Finally, for one video, I don't have to be the doomsayer saying that everything's bad, the government's tyrannical, no one's fighting back. Even though months ago, vaccine mandates and vaccine passports, these were science fiction, I got called, an insane conspiracy theorist for suggesting that this is the direction we were going, they are today more prominent and more extensive than ever. Right now, the stated policy of the US government is that we are going to make it so impossible to be unvaccinated as an American that everyone will be forced to be vaccinated. All the while, the leftist mob on Twitter and social media, like a seal, claps on for more tyranny while wishing death upon the unvaccinated. With the vaccine mandates, you will not be able to work a job other than a small business as unvaccinated. You will not be able to receive life-saving medical treatment from hospitals, travel on planes, go to school, or send your children to school. The list goes on and on. But the idea is that people have finally started to realize that this is a problem. And just realizing it's a problem maybe doesn't seem like much, but it's the first step. It's the first step. People around the country are quitting their jobs the most ever. We're setting records. And in the airline industry, people are going on strike. And like I've said, compared to what the government is doing to the people, it doesn't seem like much, but this is so important and so massive. Comfort is what drives tyranny. Modern tyranny is a veiled tyranny. It is not soldiers with guns who are coming to your door and forcing you to abide by the law, but it is the government which has established itself as the provider of comfort, which is the tyrannical force. Tyranny in this system can only go as far as people are willing to tolerate in exchange for a stable job and football on the television. Comfort, a steak on your dinner table. Comfort. As long as the masses can be kept complacent by bread and circuses, they will tolerate any injustice or any corruption which the government can scheme of. And this comfort is the bargaining chip that they are using now. Do what we wish. Allow the government to enact tyrannies against you to strip you of your rights, or else we will remove comfort from you. Do what we wish, or you will not have your job. You will not have your steak dinner. You will not have your football. You will be rejected from the flock and cast out, a sheep without a shepherd. And time again, to the American people, this threat has been far more than enough to get them to comply with whatever scheme the government was forcing upon them. I say the government, but these are by no means Americans or legitimate government officials. These are swamp dwellers. They're rats. But in the last few days, when the American people have been given this exact choice, which has defeated us so utterly many times before, people have chosen our principles over comfort. And this is one of the greatest offenses that the swamp could receive. The pigs are not to question, under any circumstances, why they should eat from the trough. They should just eat like the pigs that they are. This questions their entire racket. And this is exactly why it must be done. Look at Canada and Australia. Mandates come down from the government without any consent whatsoever, without any discussion whatsoever with the people of the country, and perhaps there are grumbles, perhaps there are little protest rallies where people go out and get beaten up by police, but nothing happens, nobody cares, no change happens. The mandate, the tyranny will go through, and it will become the new normal. People accept it and move on with their lives. If people are defined by what they are willing to sacrifice for their principles, people today are not willing to sacrifice a night of sleep on a comfortable bed. And that type of people, as per the words of our founding fathers, are not capable of maintaining a free form of society. In January, America plans to stop all essential travel on land borders between Canada and America and Mexico. So pilots are just the beginning. The number one job in America, the most numerous job in America, is truck drivers, and it is going to receive a vaccine mandate. And if we simply grumble a little bit and then accept it and move on with our lives, then we will be treated like the good little piggies we are. Or if we stop worrying about the comforts the swamp provides us and the comforts that the swamp threatens to remove from us, from their knees, they will offer to you a compromise. And this compromise the American people have accepted before many times. And just like the case with gun rights, this compromise will be accepted and everyone will celebrate a great victory, and they will only get to strip you of half the liberties that they intended to strip you of. And then, over 5 to 10 years, dozens of mandates and bills will come down as people stop paying attention, and they'll get the other half, the rest of the rights that you thought that you saved. There is only victory and defeat with these people. Remember who they are. You can see them right now on social media wishing for your death, cheering on and goading the government to bankrupt you for disagreeing with them. They are the swamp and the bureaucracy of the government at all levels. After years and years of sniveling, they have risen to positions of power. They don't just want to take your kids away from you for disagreeing with them, they want to send them to drag queen story hour right after. These are the demons who oppose us: victory or defeat, action or complacency. Maybe I'm just too young, I'm too idealistic, I don't understand yet that you can't just throw away comfort, throw away stability, throw away your job for politics and principles. But you can enjoy, after you died, standing at the pearly gates and explaining to St. Peter, yes, I lived my life as a man without principle. I did wrong when I knew what was right. I chose evil over good, but I was scared of losing my job.